Hey everybody, how are y'all? Well, I am riding through Myrtle Beach traffic with my hair in my mouth. This is my third car vlog I have done in a week. And I am in my loud car. I apologize for that, but I had to drive this car today. It has not been driven in like 7 days, and I don't let it go much past that. My other two car vlogs were done in my SUV, which is a little quieter. So the first one, I'll back up a little bit and kind of catch you up. The first one I did on my way to North Myrtle Beach, which is about a 25-minute drive. And I went to see, it's a MediSpa. I'm not sure if she's a doctor that I went to see, so I'm not sure if she's a dermatologist, whatever. The only estheticians I've ever seen were nurses or just licensed estheticians. This woman was a doctor. Wasn't sure about any of this, but I had been watching some videos, and they have there at that MediSpa, they have the CO2 laser. I do have something in my mouth and it's almost gone, but if I didn't start this video, we'd run out of time. And the second video I did, cut my phone off because it got too hot right there. That's how hot it is here. That's not me. That's him. That's me. So anyway, okay. I've watched all these videos about the CO2 laser, and I just wanted to do it under my eyes. And just so I don't have any filters on or anything like that. I don't have any makeup on under my eyes, just so you can see. I have a problem with swelling and not swelling, and then, I'll get a little closer. I gotta watch the road. Of course, I have wrinkles. But this CO2 laser, I've heard, was wonderful. And it's not as deep as some of the other stuff. Like, you can drive yourself home, you're not put to sleep or anything like that. Downtime's like 7 to 10 days because you're going to be swollen. And all that. I had seen in videos and read online that, like, darker skin colors or whatever can't have this done because you risk pigmentation. Like, okay, in other words, I've never had dark circles, but even my hairdresser told me I wouldn't have my hair done Wednesday, so like 5 days ago. Even my hairdresser told me that she knew somebody that had it done, and your face or whatever you have done is going to be red for past those 10 days, like months. But you just put your makeup on or whatever, like you're healed, but it's like a burn kind of, and you have to stay out of the sun, which I don't tan my face anyway. So she said that she knew somebody that had it done and she didn't have dark circles, and then after she had it done, she did have dark circles. Well, I went and got my hair done, and then the spa appointment was like a day or two, or the next day, I think. So she said, make sure you ask her about that. So I show up for the appointment. When I get back in the room and I'm talking to her, and she said, what I would suggest for you, after we talked like 30 minutes, she said, what I would suggest for your problem is I think it's called erbium, you guys. And I had already seen a video of a doctor that's on YouTube. I forgot her name. She's got blonde hair, and it was a couple months back. The video was a couple months old, but she had just got in her erbium machine, and her staff had to be trained in it, but it was like a beast, and she said it was a beast. That one, now I didn't ask my doctor, but from everything I read on the internet, that one you have to be put under general anesthesia for. She said because of my skin tone that I was a 4. At least a 4, and it's 1, 2, and 3 that can get CO2 without risk of pigmentation. She said I was at least a 4, and she would not consider me doing CO2. And I said, well, okay, well, so why, if the erbium is deeper, is it that a higher risk for pigmentation? She explained to me why it wasn't. she said it was more, a little bit, 2 or 3 days more recovery. It is deeper, but there is something about that machine. Now this is a newer machine. I don't know how long CO2 machines have been around, but there's something about that machine that there is not a risk of pigment coming and staying and being forever. And she said I was too high risk for that, and I just didn't understand that, because I see all these people on YouTube. You can look it up, all these people on YouTube that have gotten CO2. And she asked me what my ethnicity, whatever, was. And ethnicity, is that, when you get old, your brain just, you don't know the word, ethnicity, anyway, whatever. She asked me what that was, and I said, I didn't know how to answer that. I said, Caucasian. She kind of gave me a funny look, but like I might be stupid. But I guess she was meaning, was I European? I guess I should have told her that I do have Cherokee. So I don't know. I have no idea. But she also knows that I told her I got in the tanning bed twice a week, and so I don't know. I have no idea. I don't want this erbium. One, I don't want somebody driving me home. I want to be able to get in my car and leave. And the second thing with both of them, I don't know if it's just here because this is the only opinion that I've gotten so far, and I don't even know if I'm going to get another one because they're not going to be much cheaper. The CO2, which I was under the impression was about $600, you guys, for just under my eyes. Just under, not even over. It's one doctor on YouTube described it as not tightening, but more like shrinking, and I don't really know what the difference is supposed to be in that, because they asked her straight up and that was her answer. But so here at the MediSpa I went to, it was $1,800. Now this is just for my under eyes. $1,800 and $300 medication. The erbium, or whatever the new machine is, was $22 and $300 medication, which she pretty much said she wouldn't do CO2 on me. So, because I brought it up again, and she's just, no. She said the risk of pigmentation, it's not worth it. And, okay, she told me that, she said, have you ever tried, I guess, medical grade skincare? I haven't. Probably the strongest I've ever gotten is Estee Lauder in the Ordinary. She said that the puffiness under my eyes, which you guys just saw, I know you did. She said that is stagnant something, probably a doctor word. She said that's from your allergies. Now, I had seen a little bit of this. I figured a little bit of that, because not all days I'm swollen at all. Not all days do I have that. It's not a fat pad, it's edema. But you know what? No matter, I took Zyrtec day, and I did one. I'm having really bad trouble with my left sinus. I always do. Why are they turning there? No. Turn over here and turn it. This is my regimen right now. I'm taking Benadryl at night, Zyrtec after breakfast, and then since my left sinus is giving me so much trouble, doing one shot of Flonase. Now, when I do Flonase, I actually turn upside down on my balance ball for a few minutes, so that it can get all the way, it's all the way up in there, my problems, not just right here. And so, we gotta get on out of here, sorry. I think I have to get, lane ends, merge left. Okay, so they have to get over it, good, because I don't want to be that person having to get over. You better go if you want to go. Go ahead, go. I'm letting you go. Sorry. She suggested that, she said, I would put you on this and this and this and whatever. And she said tretinoin. I think I'm saying it right. They call it Tret for short, so we'll just say Tret. Okay. It's a retinoid, whatever. Now, I have used like olive oil products with retinol in it. They are not prescription grade retinols. So she said what she wanted me to do first was I'm inventing words today, was to go buy a tube of Differin. Now, I did not realize this. I just wrote it. She wrote it down for me. And I go to the store and I get it. She wanted me to start out on that because she said that the Tret would be like so much. I think my phone's moving with the bumps. Sorry about that. If it starts to cut, I'm almost where I'm going anyway. I never go far. So she started me out with that. I went and got that. She said it is about half of the strength of the Tret. And she wanted me to start out on that to get my skin used to it, prepped, you know, make sure it's not too much, make sure I can use it, because Tret was very strong. I said, okay, so I did that. So when got it, there's so many scary things. I mean, there's a lot of people on YouTube that are like, do not use any retinoid more than twice a week and put your moisturizer on first. And I'm like I'm scared to death I'm gonna get a scab or something. But what I didn't realize is this is actually, let me move you up a little bit if I can. Didn't work. This is actually acne medication. I didn't know that. Because she didn't tell me that either. So when I get to the freaking store, I find that it's Adapine, I might be saying that wrong too. Differin. So I get to the store, I get to the store and I find it finally. And I'm reading it and I see the cleanser and I see the acne medication and I'm like, what is going on here? This is supposed to say for your eyes. She should have told me it was acne medication because it literally says acne medication on it. So that is what I got. That was the right thing because I looked at everything. I didn't call back up there. I was going to, but I was like, I'm not calling back up there. So I bought it. And she said it was like half the price too. Well, it's less than half the price unless you get a big thing. I just got the little tube because I didn't even know if I'd be able to use it or not. So I've used it twice and at least a day apart. And the first time I think I put thin, you don't need to gob this on because it can't move and get in your eyes. You do not want this in your eyes. Stay around your bone, what is that, occipital bone or whatever. And I haven't gone above my eye yet. I go way down, almost where my sunglasses are sitting, and then out with the tiniest bit you can smear on there. Then I put my moisturizer on. Well, I was fine. So I skipped a day, and then the next day, I was reading online, and even like Wayne Goss was saying, put your moisturizer on before you put your retinoid on, if it's like prescription strength. So last night I did that because I think it was him. He was one of them that said, "Don't do too much. Do not do too much." And so it's exfoliating. I've never used a true retinoid or anything like that. So if any of you don't and you are thinking about it, I mean, that might be something that you want to try. There's a lot of people that have said, and I've read online like Reddit and Quora and things like that. There's a lot of people that say they stay with the Differin, that it just works for them. The tretinoin was too strong, or tretinoin was too strong for them. So if any of you are worried about that or thinking about going on Tret's supposed to be really, really, really good, but you got to be able to tolerate it, and you cannot get this stuff in your eyes. And I mean, I don't feel like it doesn't burn. I don't feel any different. I haven't seen any chafing, but you don't want that. Like even with the anything, you want to stay moisturized enough so that it's so gradual that everything goes on smoothly and you don't have anything weird going on, wherever you're using it at or whatever. It's not going to happen overnight. She said don't even look for any results for like 3 months. So I think I'm going to do that for 3 months. But here's what I wanted to tell you guys. Over a lot of research over the past couple weeks, even that's how I ended up going down the whole CO2 laser thing. There's the red light therapy. If anybody uses the red light therapy mask, I mean, there's hundreds. I'm sure some are better than others. I don't know. But if any of you use the red light therapy mask, let me know how you use it, how often you use it, and how you like it. From what a lot of people are saying, they're using it every night for 10 minutes. Now, I'm not going to do that. I would probably use it 10 minutes on Monday and then 10 minutes on Wednesday. And if everything's still good, and I need to park right there. And I just don't like parking where there's not a whole lot of freaking room. Crap. I can park right there. I just got a couple of errands I've got to run. And this is where I need to be. It's right in the middle of everything. Let me get this car parked. Oh, Jesus Christ. I just want to pull on up. Alright, let me see if I'm in here. Camera, yeah. I'm good. Might back up a hair. There we go. Okay, so if anybody's using it's the mask. And the one that I bought does have the neck one too. And so people are saying, clean your face, don't have anything on it. People are saying, put a water base, not oily, moisturizer on first. It helps the benefits. And some people are using eye goggles and some aren't. And I need to know why, because there's holes where your eyes are. So technically the lights are not on your eyeballs, so I don't know. So if you have one, let me know, and let me know the benefits you're seeing. Okay, so the other thing that I have coming, radio frequency. It's the radio frequency. You can look those up on YouTube and everything, and there's all kinds. And people swear by them, and there's people that swear that there's no difference. There's people that swear it changed their life after a week. And from what I understand, after 6 months of using the radiotherapy, right? Radio frequency. Anyway, I think the one I got does 2 different things. I don't know. Anyway, when I get this stuff, I'm going to open it and share it with you guys, and we'll do all that. But if anybody has that, let me know. I think I got the oval one, the Newa. I believe that's the one I got. And they should all be here probably this week, I would think, because I think I ordered them a couple days ago. Usually companies like that ship pretty quick. And, that's just all kind of stuff you read about it online, do your own research and everything. But if any of you do these treatments, let me know. Now, from what I understand with the frequency, after your optimal results, well, for one thing, you got to use it. You can't just use it once and put it in a closet and forget about it, or use it for a week and then forget about it. This is something you have to stay on. And I don't think that it's every day to start off with, and then I think after 2 or 3 times a week for a couple months, you just do maintenance for once a month, I think. Now, I'm not sure. I will read you the instructions and go over all that when I get these things, but from what I'm understanding, after 6 months, that's your optimum, what you're gonna get. It's not gonna get a whole lot better after that, but you still do it to maintain. In other words, where, a year from now, you would probably have worse skin. Oh, it's good for everything. These people, they're getting defined jawlines, which I'm not expecting all that. You don't really go directly under your eye with it, but you can go high cheekbone, and you can go here. Some of them, they say, are not formulated for your neck. It's not that. It's just that, and some of them are, but what it is that particular company didn't pay all this money to have that particular test done, and they can't market it using it for your neck unless they've done massive research on it, and that's really expensive to do. But these lights are lights, and your skin is your skin. If you have a place on your arm, I'm going to try to, I've got this, it's just a dot. I'm going to do that. I'm going to work that. It's supposed to be good for like joint pain. Just all kind of stuff. And yeah, so 6 months of correct use, and you use an ultrasound gel. They're going to try to sell you the Newa gel. I've already seen all the people, all the doctors in their clinic, they're using ultrasound gel. It's just that Newa wants you to buy theirs. So then they say it has all these benefits. Okay, well, you just need the transmitter gel. That's all you really need, and everything else is in your skincare anyway, or whatever. Or it's going to get wiped off. But 6 months of correct use, optimum results. There's a guy, I can link him down below, that, I mean, he looks too young to have had surgery, and he swears he says he's, you know, had Botox a time or two and then had filler a little bit here and there, but he uses these radio frequency things, and has over the past few years, that doctors have sent him and given him to test and try out. And then there's videos of him telling you which ones are his favorite. This one that I bought was a lot of people's favorite. And then I saw somebody that said that, you know, they threw theirs away or gave theirs away. It didn't do anything for them. Well, yeah, but were they using it once every 2 weeks, or did they use it for a week and put it in the closet? You cannot do that with this stuff. You have to stay on it. But, so anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys that, tell you where I've been, tell you I've done 2 car vlogs that went bust, and hopefully this one's still running and didn't get too hot. When I get these devices, I'm going to wait until I get both of them, because I really don't have anything else that I've ordered to show you guys. But when I get these 2 devices this week, I'm going to be doing research every night. I've still been looking at everything, but I'm going to read the directions, maybe possibly even use them once. I don't know. I may end up just opening them with you, and we'll go over everything. But my biggest thing is I want to know if anyone has experience with this or knows someone that has experience with one of these devices. I don't think they can do any harm. I've seen too much good. And these are real people. These aren't people that were given a free thing and getting on there like they do Temu. Why do I say Temu? Temu, where they got this ugly purse, and you know the girl's got money and she hates the purse, but she's on there smiling because Temu gave her $500 credit. I don't play that. I go for real people. So anyway, you guys have a great day. I'm going to load this up tonight, and you will see me when I get my devices. Bye-bye.